Welcome to Keegan and Carlos's Scary Movie Podcast.
Each week, we watch and review scary movies from our giant list of films we've curated.
Each film more terrible than the last.
We watch them so you don't have to,
Or so that we can recommend it to you.
or so you can listen if you've seen them before.
Or so that I don't know, I just want to watch some scary movies.
And scary movies are great. You guys should listen to them.
Carlos, let's watch some
Again,
scary movies.
let's go watch some scary movies.
Let's
go! I'm about to say though, so you can see like the red on the bottom.
So when you bit into it, it's the red cake pop.
That was such a cool party. I liked
Dude, that was so much
every
fun.
part of it. Like that was the
I
best
loved
themed
it.
party I've ever been
We
a part
did
of.
pin the head on the Ned.
Yeah,
so
it was so much fun.
You did. You had.
was it-
It was like pin the tail on a donkey, but you had to get the head on Ned Stark.
That's nice.
We had fire spinners.
Yeah.
Like we had random friends that just knew how to do like fire spinning.
And the spitting too.
We were all spinning.
Spinning the
so
thing.
I will say we were right next to the pool, so in case anything happens, we would just jump right in. But we were like doing
lighting a
fire
backpack
spinning.
on fire.
Yeah.
I made a bunch of different labels for like beer bottles that were different houses. Like we made like Revolver Blood and Honey was the Baratheon. It was like Baratheon Brew or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
And,
Yeah,
it
so you
was,
pick your house.
Like each different house had a different like.
That's cool.
And everybody
beer.
dressed up as like
Yeah.
it was like all cardboard helmets and stuff, but we all had like
Yeah.
we're wearing the cool.
It was-
yeah,
it
that
was
was
fun.
fun. That was
That
a
was
fun
really
party,
fun
and he was completely surprised by everything.
Oh, that's
That was a
awesome.
good surprise party.
It was
When
really good.
when Game of Thrones was like in its prime, we used to do like a big watching party. I think y'all probably did too, but we would do giant potluck style. So, but we would all pick themed food like
stews
from
and
the
stuff,
stews like rice and like just meats and stuff like that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we wouldn't use silverware. We would do it like just hands and all.
bread,
I was like-
drinking it. And
It got to a point where like no more rice. If we're gonna keep going with this no silverware
more
thing,
rice.
Did you
no
do
more rice.
Did you do the trenchers? Like I think is what they call them. It's like do you remember the old way Subway did their bread where they just like take the
Oh,
top
and they like
but
rip
it's
out
like,
the
but it's
guts
like with like old bread.
yeah,
It's like-
because then
and
it's like firm.
yeah. That then they pour like stew.
No,
like
we
a
didn't.
bread
It's like a
Zeppelin.
bread,
Stew.
like a bread bowl kind
It's-
of.
That always sounded really good in the books. All the other like food sounds disgusting. It's all boiled and shit.
Yeah,
but that sounded really
dude,
good.
Bread Zeppelin is so good.
It
I
is.
mean, lunch today.
I've talked
or dinner today.
We can do Bread Zeppelin. I've talked my
I don't know.
coworkers into going to Bread Zeppelin. Now they all love it, and they're like, "Oh, let's go to Bread Zeppelin."
The
for lunch." I was
Tejano
like,
Caesar.
Yes.
I only get the Tejano Caesar. I don't get anything.
I make. Oh, okay.
It's
Have you ever
so
been
good.
to Salada?
Mm-mm.
It's a salad place like Bread Zeppelin, but they don't stuff it in a Zeppelin. But it's like a Subway where you just go and you pick
Yeah.
your stuff. I don't do well with food choices.
And then it
I
ends up
need-
being $20.
I need an easy menu to understand, so I don't go to Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Do not give me a book and say, "Here's everything you can choose from." I won't
gonna
have a
choose it
panic attack,
all.
and I'll pick chicken fingers or something simple. But there's no signature creations. You just go in there and you it's like, pick your lettuce, pick your this.
Interesting.
It's good, but I wasn't ready for that. And I looked at my friend who said that she'd been there. I was like, "How do we do this?" Like, you just follow the steps. It's
Do
like,
whatever you want.
But there's so many steps. Like, can I just say I want a Caesar salad or I want a number 4? Like,
You're like, crap, how do I build a Caesar
I
salad?
need
Wait,
starter points. And so literally, I was like, romaine, and then they had this smorgasbord of just like veggies and stuff, and it all looked good. But I was like,
Throw it all on there.
no, I was just like, Parmesan cheese and chicken and Caesar dressing and croutons. Anything else? No.
Perfect.
I mean,
It's
it
a
was a
perfect
Caesar.
salad right there.
They did have really good Chipotle chicken though. It was very tasty. So I got Chipotle chicken Caesar salad.
Nice.
But
It sounds like we're doing bread Zeppelin for lunch today.
I'm fine
Or for
with
dinner.
that.
We need to get some sponsorships.
Or both.
We're talking about bread.
I mean, we can have
Zeppelin,
sponsorships
zombie
right now.
things.
With,
we need to like.
Are you recording?
Oh, I've been recording.
This has been
Okay.
recording for a while. I figured he was.
It's like bread Zeppelin. Hi, you are
Sponsor
delicious.
us. Bread Zeppelin is delicious.
Casa del Bro down the street is. We had it last night.
Casa del Ho.
And then we also had Taco Bell last night.
We had a lot. I had some Taco Bell poops this morning.
Doubling up on the Mexican food
was great.
from different places is a bold move.
Can we
This is
call
now
Mex-
the third episode where we're starting with poop.
We didn't start with poop. It transitioned to poop. Can we call Taco Bell Mexican though? That's not Mexican food. That's
it's Tex-Mex adjacent.
I mean, if you want to get picky, most of the Mexican food we eat isn't Mexican. It's Tex-Mex.
I will say
I'll take Tex-Mex, but I
love
wouldn't even call
Tex-Mex.
Taco Bell Tex-Mex. That's a stretch.
Tex-Mex is my favorite food group.
It's the Taco Bell of Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex is next level.
Next level chef.
It's like
Gordon Ramsay.
It's like, is McDonald's
sponsor
a
us.
restaurant? Is McDonald's a restaurant?
No. I haven't been there in years. I don't think they exist.
They do. I had some nuggies and some fries the other day, so I was like, you know what? This sounds good. Nuggies and fries.
If I'm going fast food, that's like bottom of the tier of anything I'm ever picking is McDonald's. It is not
it's
anything
usually like
I'm
gonna want Whataburger, but if the drive-through line is too long, which it usually is, and I'm like, next.
I do like McDonald's iced coffee and McDonald's sweet tea. I will tell you, whenever
their sweet tea, I will.
Whenever I was making real crap money when I was substituting, and like when I was student teaching, and I like literally just made my money off of substituting, so I was making almost nothing. I would go to McDonald's almost every other day and just get a McChicken, fries, and a large sweet tea for $3.25.
Yep. As a person that was mostly raised in Georgia, my favorite sweet tea places. McDonald's. This is not in order, but McDonald's, Cane's.
Oh yeah,
Chicken E. Chicken E may be the winner.
Chicken E is the winner of all chicken places.
Their sweet tea is almost. It's pretty much Georgia sweet tea. You start with like 2 cups of sugar.
You gotta do half and half though. I can only do like half sweet tea, half unsweet tea at.
No, that's Georgia. That's Georgia. You start with 2 cups of sugar in the bottom of the pitcher. You pour your brewed tea. You get your big old spoon, and you start putting more sugar. Then you stir it. Then you taste it, and you're probably going to add a little bit more sugar.
We used to make our Kool-Aid.
It's diabetes in a cup. It's great.
Kool-Aid so sweet it was crunchy. What? That's how much sugar we would add to it.
Yeah, us too.
Do you ever do Kool-Aid suicides? Where you get like all the powdered Kool-Aids, and you're like, this is going to taste so good.
And it tasted like crap. Because the manufacturers of Kool-Aid know what they're doing. This 6-year-old kid does not.
Let me get the Tang. Let me get the mystery one and see what color it makes. And then you would start doing pixie sticks to see if it would make Kool-Aid.
What?
Did you never do that?
Never did that.
We used to get the pixie sticks and put it in the water and be like, it's like Kool-Aid, right? No, it does not mix with water well.
The closest I would do like the Twizzler straw. If I was drinking, I'd get a Twizzler and just... How do I not have type 2 diabetes? I don't know.
Honestly, listen to all the shit we did as kids and ate and drank. And
what about the Skittles and the Sprite?
Oh yeah, I used to do that.
No, I never did that.
Oh, it's good. It starts to like dissolve in there.
They stopped selling it in our high school vending machines because that's all the kids were doing.
I'm sure you're making
tropical Sprite and put sour or Skittles in it. Yeah.
Where I work, they only have diet sodas for kids.
Boo.
That's it.
Let our kids get diabetes.
All you can get is just diet drinks. But I'm like, isn't that worse?
No.
Isn't like the stuff in the diet drinks like worse than sugar?
No.
No, it's not.
That's just big sugar.
That's just big sugar talking.
Well, I mean,
I do like Coke.
That's why that's why people get cancer.
I like
all the
Coke
sugar.
Zero, though.
I mean, that's one of the main reasons.
If I'm drinking a Coke, I'm drinking a Coke Zero.
I actually really like Coke Zero.
Me too.
I've gotten to that's become like my. I'm also trying to drink less soda.
Same.
And if I'm going to drink soda, which I'm going to, drink diets or 0 calories, 0 sugar one. So I'm at least saying I'm being healthy.
See, I'll still do full sugar if I ever do a soda. It's just pretty rare.
Yeah, not me.
I'm trying to drink
too much.
It's like if I'm going to the movies, I want a Coke.
Yeah.
Movies are the exception. I'm always going to get a lot, and it's all for me. It's cherry vanilla Coke, or if they don't have that, cherry Coke, large popcorn, and a hot dog. I gotta have those 3. Hot dog I can sub out if I'm not hungry because I'm gonna eat a tub of popcorn.
Always have to have a hot dog when I go to the movies.
To me, it's like the popcorn is optional. I almost never do.
I always get popcorn.
Dude, Cinemark made me so mad the other week. What did I go see? When I went to go see Scream, their hot dogs were a hot garbage. The the hot dog part was fine. That's always the hot dog part. But the buns, they've started wrapping it tightly in foil. Well, when you wrap a hot dog tightly in foil with the bun and everything, what's it gonna do?
Get soggy.
It's gonna get soggy and squish the bun. There's basically no bun with it. I like a nice big fluffy bun.
It's probably because they're sitting there for a lot longer because they've changed their whole concessions thing to try to do I think it's mostly for the delivery service part
exactly, yeah.
Everything's like the popcorn is all pre-scooped and everything.
And there's a trade-off on that. It's terrible. Like, if I'm getting a hot dog from anywhere that's not the movie theater, I'm going to QT. I won't get a hot dog. Well, Sonic, I'll get a chili dog. I haven't gotten one of those in years. but the QT dogs, because they're buns, they have like the perfect
the
steamed fluffy buns.
are so good.
You like a good fluffy bun,
Oh,
Carlos?
so fluffy, so steamy.
Steamy fluffy bun. Speaking of steamy fluffy buns, welcome to another episode of
Keegan and Carlos, a scary movie podcast. Also, Christy just sent me a text message.
After 10 minutes, we're finally starting this
Yeah,
episode.
hi, we're back. Baskin Robbins apparently has a nude flavor ice cream.
Nude flavors of ice cream? What?
Nude flavors.
Okay.
This is a 30-second flavor. They have a chicken and waffles ice cream.
What?
0% chicken, 100% delicious.
What? Where's the nearest Baskin Robbins?
I bet that's good.
I don't know.
And do they have this?
I just have to try it.
I love trying weird new shit. Like,
I do too. But I'm also...
Give me the latest and greatest.
It needs to taste good.
Oh, same. Oh, yeah, like, I don't care. I just want to try it. If it's terrible, cool, I'll never eat it again.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to try, like, cool, weird new foods and stuff. Yeah.
Speaking of weird new foods and stuff.
Is it time for trivia?
No,
Oh, you get it?
let's together.
Okay. I was going to set up the whole Alexa thing so I could just be like...
makes the dream work. Oh, we can do for the next one.
I didn't. But maybe next week.
Okay. We're not that
Not
committed.
next week, so like 3 or 4 weeks from now.
Okay, we're not that committed. A group of scientists bands together to save the world from a horde of fruit in what 1988 movie?
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
That's what I'm thinking, right? Yep.
Okay.
I knew that one.
I love those movies. They were so silly.
This is question 2.
Okay.
Electric Boogaloo.
I got it.
In what movie did mispronouncing Klautu Barada Nikto result in a deadite attack?
Aaron, you know this one?
I mean, there's a couple different choices, but I assume it's Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness.
Was there something? Did that happen in Evil Dead 2 also, or
it was just the,
Army of
it was
Darkness?
just the third one where the whole reason everything happens is because Ash literally can't remember to say Klaatu Barada Niktu.
Necktie.
That was close enough, right? We got it. It's fine. And that's also the words that you had to speak to the being in The Day the Earth Stood Still to like get him to stop in the old 50s one.
And that's in Evil Dead. That's also isn't that why there are deadites on our plane of existence in our time, because he brought him back because he f***ed up the incantation when he came back in time.
Make a note for that.
You used our one F-bomb.
It's our one F-bomb.
Sorry.
Producer, get off the microphone.
I'll be silent for the rest of
Get
the
off the
episode.
microphone. You're supposed to be producing. My word. Now, and I had a good moment to drop it too. Now I can't. I'm still
too
going to do
bad.
it. I'm still going to drop it. You're just going to have to beep it. Well, what are we watching today, Keegan? I'm going to let you introduce it.
We are watching a movie called Green Room.
So I'm going to preface this whole episode. Typically, I will do notes and stuff. Keegan flat out texted me and said, do not look this one up. You're not allowed. So all I have, I got the synopsis from IMDb. That's it. I looked up budget, and that's it.
Okay,
And the release date.
Do you know the cast?
I didn't look at the cast. I didn't look at anything other than the synopsis, the budget, and when it was released. Don't have any fun facts. I have Rotten Tomato score, but that doesn't do anything for me. So I didn't really know what this movie was about, so I couldn't pick a drink based off of like the theme.
And honestly, once you get to watching it, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm glad I only picked the name." To
So
do this
because it's called the
of the
Green
content.
Room, I made a beverage called, and it is a very pretty color.
It is. This is nice.
The Green Hawaiian. I mean, it looks like Hawaiian Punch, and it's going to taste amazing because it is
That tastes or it smells real good.
Malibu, vodka, blue cacao, and pineapple juice.
How'd it turn green?
Pineapple juice is yellow,
Oh,
blue,
yeah. I was
cacao is
thinking-
blue, and when you
Never
mix
mind.
yellow
I
and
said
blue
something
together,
stupid. That's fine.
you get the color green from your
This is
primary
really
color
nice.
wheel.
Oh, look at that. It says Casey's Scary.
Established
2022.
2022. Speaking of that, clink it and sink it.
Hold on, that wasn't a good clink. Get over here.
Clink it.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
and sink it.
I want 20 of
I mean,
these.
I already knew it was going to be tasty.
I need at least 20 of these.
I want to order one more right now just so I can start.
Can I
drinking
go ahead
this
and order another
aggressively.
one? Take me back to the cruise. This is great.
Okay, speaking of the cruise, I perfected cruise pina colada.
Did you?
I have-
those were so good.
So I don't know why.
Oh man.
It was my second cruise, the one that Keegan and I got to do with our friends, and pina coladas on cruises are like next level. The perfect frozen consistency. No, they usually use like the pre-made pina colada stuff and just add rum.
Nope,
Great.
not this place.
No, they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
It was good.
No, but it's perfect. So I watched multiple times as they were making it. So found a good mix that I liked. Been experimenting with the ratios of rum, and it's the ice. The amount of ice you put in it makes a big difference. So I have found a perfect ratio.
Nice.
I have made it multiple times, and I'm like, this is cruise pina coladas. So
if you like pina coladas.
I love Jimmy Buffett.
Me too. Jimmy Buffett's great. Not Jimmy Buffett though. Not Jimmy Buffett
though. When we do like 4th of July and stuff, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of bottles of that mix, and I'm gonna have a pina colada station, and I'm just gonna make pictures of pina colada.
Can you have a green Hawaiian station?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll do, because remember I have those little like those giant mason jars things. So I'll do one this, and one Bahama Mama. We're going all tropical this year.
Oh man, this is tasty.
I'll go ahead and say it. For the first season of Keegan and or the first drink of season 2, it's a pull drink.
It's a pull drink.
It's a pull drink.
It's a pull drink.
So here's the synopsis. It's the only thing I looked up. And it's the only thing I know about the movie.
Okay.
And I have no idea where this is heading.
Uh-huh.
A punk rock band is forced to fight and survive for survival after witnessing a murder at a neo-Nazi skinhead bar.
Yep. Yep. That's all you get to know.
That's all I get to know.
That's the plot of the movie. That is literally what we're about to go watch.
I have no idea.
It's nothing more than that.
Happen.
It is nothing more than that.
I'm nervous.
And I'm real excited.
Let's go.
It's one of my favorites.
Let's do it.
Gentlemen, I hope you appreciate the situation. Things have gone south. No doubt. Now, whatever you saw or did is no longer my concern. But let's be clear. It won't end well.
You're coming.
Putting my hat on. Putting the sunglasses
I'm
back
fine
on.
with starting the episode like this. Or,
Me too.
Or starting, resuming.
Oh
we're all mad at each other.
With no context
We're all mad at me.
all. I'm not mad at all.
I'm
actually.
furious.
there's no
I'm
hatred.
going to flip this table over.
Oh my gosh.
Your rolly cart?
Yeah, I'm going to flip
Flip
my
your
rolly
rolly
cart
cart.
over.
So we just watched The Green Room, which had Nazis.
Carlos, what's your favorite sandwich place?
I don't even care anymore. It's Firehouse.
I love that there's zero context for anybody.
It's Quiznos and Firehouse now. It's Witch, the superior sub for superior people. Speaking of superior people, no, that's not the segue. I want to go back into the Nazi movie.
Okay. Yeah, so I made you sit here and watch a Nazi movie. How do you feel? Were you expecting it? Well, I mean, you read the synopsis.
I even then I didn't know what I was getting into,
Yeah.
and like I thought we were just gonna talk about like a room that was green,
You didn't think it was like a green room.
like yeah, like so much of the movie takes place in a little like green room because there's a punk rock band going on tour. They're desperate, and they get this lead to go to this bar, which ends up being a neo-Nazi bar. Which
Yeah.
I know I read that, but I didn't even put two and two together. And
they play
Nazis F Off,
Nazis F Off,
which is a legit song,
by the Dead Kennedys,
and
they play it for the Nazis, which was
and everyone got like
great.
super mad. But then you see like this,
and then
like
they had a legit good set
yeah, and they're like, "What was that second to last song? It's a good song."
because that's what they killed the girl to.
Yeah. Then like they kill this girl in the middle of their set, and then they accidentally walk into the green room.
That with the door that's it's supposed to be locked. Somebody lock a door.
Every time we say the green room, I get a drink.
Green room, green Hawaiian.
Yeah, they walk in because they were like, "You're supposed to lock the door," and they didn't lock the door, and they witness this girl is stabbed in her like temple with this pretty thick blade.
Oh yeah. I mean, they even try to take the blade out, and it just moves the body.
Yeah.
The effects in this movie were a
great.
little too real at some points. It was very
There was a piece of trivia about that.
Oh crap!
Were you going to use that?
Yeah, so,
this would be good. I don't know. I'm
We're
terrible
going out of
producer.
order anyway, but
Sorry.
damn it, producer.
I'm just going to leave the room.
Stay.
Should I have listened to any of this show before I started doing this job?
Oy vey. Who invited this kid? So they did talk
That's
about
fine. That's fine. You're fine.
the knife being pulled in the head because they're like, there's not even any blood. And then he grabs the knife and starts dragging the body and then eventually pulls it out. And it's like, there it is. That was inspired from a documentary, a prison documentary that they watched that they found was so disturbing they wanted to put that in the movie.
Good God.
First fun fact about Nazis.
Man. Wait, is this? Are we getting into fun facts, or are we gonna?
I mean, we're out of order already, but so let's call that first fun fact.
So, do we need to do fun facts with Carlos?
That already happened.
Happened.
So this movie came out in 2016. I guess I just missed it when it came out. May 13th of 2016. I don't even know what I was doing.
I remember it was on Netflix for a while, and I remember seeing Patrick Stewart in a Scary Movie. Like,
Yeah,
and then I
Sir
was like,
Patrick
cool,
Stewart
yeah.
is in this movie.
So that's why I didn't want y'all to look anything up. That was one of the reasons why. Because like I feel like the trivia would have spoiled some things about it
sure.
for this one. And like this is a good one to go into blind. I went into it blind, and I'm like anybody
It's
who
the way to
watches
watch
this needs
it.
to go into it blind.
100%.
But like not knowing that Patrick Stewart plays a real mean guy in this
Real
movie,
terrible
but he's so
leader
subtle.
of this like not neo-Nazi group.
Yeah.
But it's the calmness in which he plays it that it's and that's I think what's the most terrifying about that character.
Yeah.
And when you first time you see the character, it's a behind the head shot. So
you
you
hear
don't
the voice.
actually you hear the voice
You
and
hear
it
the
didn't even
voice.
register who it was.
Yeah.
And then you see him through the van the second time and I was like, is that it? No. And then he gets closer and you're like,
And Aaron, you said you were surprised by that too, right?
Yeah, I actually thought it was Brian Cox.
would not
That's Brian Cox.
When it
would
was
not have
just-
expected
yeah.
him to be in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
What do you think they spent on this movie? I did look. So
Oh, so we're doing budgets?
the rules I was told for this movie is I can't look up any IMDb stuff.
No
I looked
trivia
up.
and no cast.
I just
and
looked
no,
up the budget and like Rotten Tomatoes, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I do have budget and stuff.
Budget. I mean, it's an A24 film,
Oh yeah, it's an A24. Again, they're on it.
so they probably had a little bit of money, but not a lot. So like maybe 10 million or less. I don't know. I think I'll say 10. A lot less than 10. 5 million. It's 5 million.
I'm gonna guess 5 million also.
It's fine. Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. Producer
5
for the
million.
win.
Okay.
What do we think they made
The
for?
the special effects were great. Those were great.
Yeah, they were, and we'll get to those
my
because
God.
man, some of those kills and deaths.
Oof.
What do
Not
we think
even
the
like
opening
deaths,
weekend was?
Just, opening weekend probably not very much because I think it was on streaming pretty quickly. So say 5 million.
They spent $5
wait.
million, and opening
Weekend.
Nope, locked it in.
Opening weekend. Not much. Yeah, so like 5 million.
Okay. Do you want to guess?
$75,000.
Do you want to guess again, like legit, or are you going?
Was it like 2 million?
No, it was like 80. We'll call it 88,000.
88,000.
Oh, because I think it was like at the festival circuit a lot.
It ran and then it went almost straight to, like you said, like it went
Yeah.
streaming. Now worldwide, what do we think it did?
In that case, I'll say 2 million.
Do you want to take a guess?
Worldwide.
Oh wait, no, less than that. $1 million worldwide.
I was gonna say 1.5.
Let's call it 3.8 mil.
Okay, that's better than I thought.
So it didn't quite break even there, but that's fine. Now, what about Rotten Tomatoes
Oh, it's gotta be high. I think it's gonna be in like the 70s or 80s.
for the critics?
For the critics, yeah, I'm gonna say 78%.
70,
critics.
72.
90.
Wow.
Dang. Okay. Yeah.
That's why when I
Usually
looked it up,
horror is like.
Critically
but this
acclaimed
isn't
right there.
like a more avant-garde A24.
Yeah.
It has Sir Patrick Stewart in it. Come
Yes.
on. What about the audience score?
Audience score, I would say same. Like it's gonna be close to 90. I'd say 85%.
92.
75. Surprisingly, I was surprised
It's a
that
minor
was
flip.
What's weird?
lower. And then
I
the
can
only
see where this movie is. It's a slow burn at times, but
yeah.
I think the slow moments are still building tension.
yeah.
Like those slow moments, like you're on the edge of your seat the whole time you're watching those slow moments.
I can see there being a lot of horror fans that are Nazis. Maybe they were mad. Maybe they were mad about
They're
the
doing like
Nazi.
they're doing with like the Little Mermaid trailer right now. All the
Oh,
Nazis are
gosh.
just downvoting everything because
dumb.
They got halfway through the movie and they were like, "Wait a second,
we're the bad guys.
Are we the bad guys?"
So dumb. Kill count.
Oh man.
That's the only thing I actually looked up, but I was very careful with how I looked it up because I didn't want to see anything.
The band minus
in
the
the
one
band.
guy.
I was gonna guess like 10.
The Nazis. Yeah, I'll say 12.
13. Not too
13.
far. Most of them were Nazis.
Yeah.
And then the band,
Yeah, they ended up being able to
And then
kill
the
quite a
one
few
random
Nazis.
girl.
Yeah, and the one random girl.
who died at the very
You know
beginning.
what? They did a pretty good job killing people. They didn't do bad.
The ones that died, though, were not the greatest at, like, surviving. They...
Yeah.
Well, like that one scene where they walked outside and they first of all started firing after they were told one shot.
One shot or a small grouping of shots, and they're just firing all over the
Gah,
place.
gah, 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 gah. And then they like stay there
I thought
like,
you were
oh
doing
my
Cotton Eye
god.
Joe for a sec.
Gah, 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 gah. Somewhere, somehow, this is gonna go, and some Nazi's gonna find it and be like, "We got a new thing we gotta do."
Downvote the Keegan and Carlos Scary Movie Podcast.
Okay.
No, they're gonna murder you to the Cotton Eye Joe theme song. It's gonna be playing in a loop over and over
If
again.
I die because someone shoots me multiple times to the rhythm of Cotton Eye Joe or the Super Mario theme song, I'd be okay with it. Gah, 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 boom. I'd be okay with that, as long as the last shot was a shotgun straight to the head.
Oh my god.
Because
No, I don't want to be shot at all.
I mean, I prefer not to be shot, but if I'm gonna get shot up,
I mean, there are probably worse things they could do to a theme of a song if it was like hammers or something that they're hitting you with.
Oh god.
it's true.
Well, it sounds like we need to make a scary movie
I think
where that
we do.
happens.
Hammer drummer man coming to a theater.
We
near
gotta
you.
get
Hammer time.
the
Coming to
royalties to the song that they're hammering to.
We could
Right.
pick something that's public domain. Would probably be the way we'd do that.
It's true.
And now I'm just thinking of public domain songs where it's just messed up things happening to them.
Let's do it. Next episode. Coming live.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Wait, is that public domain? Is
Yes.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star
Bound to
public
be.
domain?
Bound to
I don't
be.
know.
I mean, the melody is, the lyrics of it,
I bet the lyrics are too.
I don't know.
I would guess they are. It's a really old song.
How old is it? I don't know. Speaking
Producer,
of old,
how old is Twinkle, twinkle, little star?
you have a new job. So yeah, this movie was fantastic. If you're gonna watch it, which we recommend, go into it blind.
Well, it's a little late
Other
for
than
that.
this show,
Stop listening now.
already
Stop
spoiled a
watching
lot
or
of it.
listening and just go. But I mean, the thing is, it's a simple premise, but the
Oh,
way they
yeah.
build it. So the band is
It's
desperate.
brilliant.
They get a gig. They witness something they shouldn't have. And then it's like from a lot of the movie, it's like a bottle movie where they're all
Yeah.
in that green room, which that green room itself was built on a sound
Oh, really?
stage. Yeah, but the rest of it obviously was not. But the green room was. I thought that was cool.
With the basement underneath and stuff. That was cool that they had like there's a drug basement underneath this.
I mean, because what else do Nazis do?
Yep, they're criminals,
They are.
Nazi criminals.
And also the bar just looks like I would never go to a bar like that.
Oh god,
Obviously,
oh, yeah,
I'm not a
obviously.
Nazi. I would probably get
I don't
killed.
know. I don't know
but
about that, Carlos. We both lived in Denton for a little while.
I have gone to some shady places
Yeah.
in Denton. This is true.
I feel like I've been to some bars that were kind of like
This
this.
is
Yeah.
true.
Run down,
But
isn't it?
they had white power flags. They
Oh, no,
had
no,
the
yeah.
Nazi symbols on
I'm
the
talking
walls
about
of,
the
like,
grunginess, not the
Yes.
the setting.
the grunge, sure, but the rest of it, yeah, all the white power stuff made me uncomfortable.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star was a poem that was originally published in 1806.
Public
And,
domain.
Public domain.
Then it was set to a French song that was first published in 1761. I don't know when they were combined together, but either way, it's public
I
domain.
gotcha.
Green room.
Green room.
Oh, and then the song is public domain and has many adaptations around the world, including the Alphabet Song and Baa Baa Black Sheep. So we're good.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, black. How's
Twinkle,
Blah, blah,
twinkle
Black Sheep
away.
go?
Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Now
Yes, sir,
I
yes,
wonder
sir, 3
what you
bags full.
are. QRSTUV, like a diamond in the sky. Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Next time, won't you sing with me?
It was beautiful.
Did you hate that?
It was
So
beautiful.
when I was doing my undergrad, this is actually a game that we would play. Is we would get 3 people, each person takes a different song because it's the same melody.
Mm-hmm.
So one person starts with Twinkle Twinkle, one person starts with Baba, one person starts with ABCs, and you switch every measure. So it'd be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. How I wonder what you are. One for the little boy. I don't actually know the words of Baba actually anymore. Like a diamond in the sky. And like you just keep switching the songs, and then if you all do it correctly, all 3 songs are going on at the exact same time. These are what music majors do when we're bored.
There was a bit in
You're
Moulin Rouge
welcome.
where they did one of the
Neat.
songs in a round that was kind of like.
Oh
kinda
yeah,
neat.
Moulin Rouge had some awesome music.
Oh, was Moulin Rouge great? Did y'all have so much fun at Moulin Rouge?
Are you gonna go see it?
No,
No.
he's not going to go see it. He's
should go
decided
see it.
already.
I don't go see shows. I really, as much as I would love to, I just don't go to theater shows.
He hates theater. He hates music.
Yeah, it's the worst. What I
Yeah.
don't hate though is this movie.
It's good.
It was fantastic.
It was
That's
really
my segue back to the movie. Let's talk about the effects though, because there were some great effects.
Woo, boy.
Like the kills and stuff were cool too, but some of
Oh,
the
man,
effects
yeah.
that they did. So one of the first like moments I was like, oh, that's too much. Is Patrick Stewart and his Goonies are outside trying to talk to the people in the door they finally locked. Like, oh, just come out. You have an unregistered gun. We just want the gun. We want the gun out of here. And they're like, okay, fine. We're going to come out. We're going to come out. And then this other girl who's in the room, there's like an air vent, so she can see through it. And the minute they unlock it, she sees a pair of boots coming quickly at the door.
And it's like, no, let's get him back.
She's like, no, get the gun. Bring it back in.
Oof.
They grab his arm. And you don't see what's happening, but they grab like a pole and they're trying to like get it back in. And when his arm comes back in, his wrist is like sliced almost halfway down. It's there.
You
His
see
whole
all of
forearm.
this.
It's
just
Probably a machete.
Everything.
A machete, probably.
yeah.
they have machetes, so it's been macheted. His whole forearm is mangled.
Yeah.
It's gross.
And
It's almost like it almost looked like it was like spiraling, like somebody just went.
yeah. And then it's lacerations all
Yeah.
through the arm. And then to stop it from bleeding, they wrapped it completely in duct tape.
Yeah.
Without any gauze. Well, of course, no gauze, but no, like, just a jacket
I think
or a
there's
shirt.
a piece of trivia about that that effect.
Is
Did
there?
you read it? That the because when I watched the movie initially, I went and looked up trivia on it, and there was one where it was they felt like they almost went too far with that because like he would have been dead by that wound by the
that's perfect.
by the end of the movie or something that like
I mean,
they wanted a
he
really
would have
good
bled
effect
out.
and that he would have bled out with that wound, especially around the wrist with that many.
yeah.
But they were like, we already wrote the movie. We already did the effect. Just keep it. We're
It's
not
a movie.
redoing
There's
this.
always a level of suspension
Yeah.
of disbelief that's going
And
to
it was
happen.
a great effect. It looked amazing. And like wrap in duct tape. I'm sure it's fine. Just MacGyver that.
MacGyver.
It's fine.
Also,
Yeah, that was just like, so they choked the guy out. And
trying to
he's-
get him to go to sleep. This
Yeah,
big guy
go to
that
sleep
there's
and
one
like-
Nazi that's in the room with them.
And they're like, how can you make sure? I didn't get that they wanted him dead. I thought they were trying to knock
I thought,
him out.
yeah, it's knock him
so they're
out.
like, how can you make sure that he's out? And
Because
she
they let
goes-
go the first time before they get there.
he wakes up.
And he wakes back up like, ah! So they
and
go
she
back
goes,
in.
I'm going to make sure, and just box cuts right up his
right
stomach.
from his waist all the way. Oh,
And slices it wide
it's,
open.
yeah,
It's like,
guts
no,
and
he's,
all.
he's dead.
It's like, how do you
He's
make
dead
sure?
at that point?
He's done. He's
Yeah.
dead.
That was a smart move. She was the best character in the
Honestly,
yeah,
she
for
had the
sure.
survival instincts that everyone else
Yep.
should have had. When you realize that's where we're
Yeah.
at, it's
She
Well,
was
survival.
the other people were just like punk band guys. She was kind of in the Nazi messed up world. That she was their drug dealer or something like that.
She was a part of it, and the girl they killed was her friend.
Because I saw her in the crowd like dealing drugs and stuff.
Yeah, you see like pass offs and stuff.
Before all that happens.
But yeah, no, she was the first one to like get how they were, and everybody else thought that they were going to be able to get out of there. And
You gotta record that so I can bleep it.
No F bombs. Put your mic back on mute.
I'm just kidding.
Um,
You don't have to put your mic.
the other effects. We love you, Aaron. The other effects that I really liked were the dogs mauling at the necks.
God, that was graphic.
First of all, graphic, but the way it just looked was
Yeah.
so good. It's so realistic.
I did not like that. Sam,
Didn't
I
like
am.
it. I did not like them. Sam, I stan. What?
Sure.
Yeah, great. So once they actually get out of the room, their weapons of choice were part of the ceiling that they used to try to stab,
Yep.
a fluorescent light bulb that they went that didn't disintegrate, a fire extinguisher.
The fire extinguisher worked out really well.
Yeah, it ended up being the most effective one and used almost throughout the entire movie because they use it for like smoke effects, like you can't see, we're gonna make you waste bullets. Eventually the machete comes in, they get one in their hands, but
yeah, they go full paintball.
yeah. The paintball story, which is based off of a real story, actually.
Oh, really?
I think it was the director or the writer. That's a true story of theirs, so they threw that in there. It's like a pep talk.
And the guy they were referencing that ran through and killed everybody was a real person.
Yeah.
That they knew.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fun. That's
Whatever that name is.
so that was like a true story that they told about their friends.
Yeah.
Like the one who like
They
ran
threw that
through
in
and
there.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
All
all
right.
the other bandmates, I feel like they just kind of, they weren't smart. They
But
walked
also,
out.
I
And
felt
then,
like everything was very real. Like
Oh,
it
it
was
was.
like those are decisions people would probably make in that
out of
'cause
fear, yeah.
out of fear, shock, just adrenaline.
And they're just a
Yeah.
young group of grunge band people that probably don't have survival instincts.
yeah, they're probably like most people that are in a punk band, super sweet, super nice people. They don't know anything about like actually being violent. They just sing about it.
I feel bad for the dogs though, because they were like shoot them up with whatever stuff,
Yeah,
and they had a command to like
The
make
fight
them
dogs.
attack.
The German fight dogs with the Nazi commands.
Yeah, and they hated the feedback. Oofda.
That was smart too, like doing the feedback loop to get
Oh,
the
yeah.
dogs to go crazy. I liked that.
They
It was
attack
smart.
this one girl's ankle, and she's like trying to hit it with a mic stand, and one guy comes and grabs the mic, puts it right up on the speaker, and of
creates a
course you
feedback
get the
loop.
feedback loop. The dog hates it and runs away. It's like
But I also feel
Really?
like didn't they cut all of the power or something like that?
they did at one point, but
Or
then
couldn't
remember
they
it came
just-
back on because that's when
Yeah,
she lit
the backup
it's before
generators.
they killed the one guy because she lights the match and gives him
Yeah.
a cigarette.
That's just how they were getting rid of the
The
people
group.
in the crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then once they were all gone, then they turned everything back on, and then chaos ensued.
Yep.
Mass chaos. And Patrick Stewart was like, I hate how smart he was.
Smart and calm.
Smart
the
and
entire
calm.
time.
Everything. They were like, I'm gonna go take care of it. What are the rules? Because he thought everything out was
What
like,
are the rules?
what are the rules?
That's all we can say. That's it.
You only shoot one bullet. If you have to do more, or like the machete, it was cut. Don't go too deep. You can't hit the bones.
Yeah.
Because they want to make sure
They want to make sure you can see the marks of the machete on the bones.
So it looked like the dogs attacked them.
yeah, because they were trying to make it look like that they were trying.
They
to
were
siphon
trespassing,
gas.
and they were siphoning gas. They were trespassing.
That's also a
And-
convenient rule for a movie where you want cool gore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they had like the beware dog stuff, so they like moved. In the end, they moved like their truck. They have the dead bodies laid out to show everything was staged, and they had a cleaner, a sweeper come through and clean everything. Who ends up kind of being a good guy in the end? Not really a good guy, but
He was the Harbinger's cousin.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he's the one. The cousin was the one that gets shot in the head, right?
Oh, okay.
Right
No, I think that was the Harbinger's cousin.
at the
He
very
was-
very end, where they're like, "I'm gonna go call the police."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he
then-
actually does go and call the police. I'm like, yay.
Yeah, he actually goes through.
So the whole thing about, I didn't know this was the thing, and I'm glad I don't know it's a thing. And maybe it's not, they just made it for the movie. But for Nazis, neo-Nazis, is if you get the red laces, you're...
There was something about that. Yeah.
You
that
like...
was the one that I was like, I don't like this fact at all.
Oh, no, it's
There's-
true.
Isn't there a song?
Red bootlaces are mentioned a couple times, once in reference to people who were allowed to know what was going on, and another one when characters earned their red laces. Red bootlace colors is an important signal in skinhead culture indicating the wearer has shed blood for the skinhead movement. Racist skinheads were often randomly attack non-whites to earn their red laces.
Jeez.
And there's a scene where
Louise.
I didn't know that's what it was.
Oh.
There's a scene where he hands them the red laces because
and he never puts them on.
earned them. He never puts them on.
And I'm like, yeah, I think he decides... That's one of the moments where he's like, yeah, I'm out.
Because
I'm
that's
not
one of the
doing
last
this.
moments before he starts cleaning up everything,
Mm-hmm.
and then
They referred to
Yeah.
it earlier. Patrick Stewart was saying like giving jobs to go kill
Two
people,
red
like, only
laces.
red laces.
yeah, and I just didn't know what that.
And I had
meant.
seen the red laces like when she looks through that vent, the feed
Yeah.
hallway, you saw them, and I assumed that was these are the true believers,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the full Nazis.
No, those are the
Ugh.
people that have killed the non-whites. I guess.
Gross.
Yeah, did not like that fact, but that's. I mean, that's also unfortunately
Well, it's good to know.
realism.
So
No,
if you
like-
see somebody with red laces, you can just stay the away from them. Sorry, dang it.
That's a. There we go.
There's gonna be some beeps in this episode.
There's
I'm
gonna-
okay,
there's
I'm
gonna be a
okay with
few.
it. I like it. I like it.
But yeah, that fact is like, yeah, the whole Nazi thing was just, it's uncomfortable how well they did and portrayed it.
Oh
and
yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
in the end, the two actual survivors like shave their heads to try to like blend in to look like the Nazis and stuff. Goes crazy. They send two of their Nazis in to like try to kill them, and one of them jumps down. But then the girl was like hiding in like the seat cushions of the couch, which
Yeah,
was
that was really
brilliant.
cool.
And she comes out with that box cutter and
Yep, and then dangles his feet and does the whole
because
feet
he has
dangling
3
thing.
shotgun shells left, and they were
Yeah.
trying to make him like use them all up so they could attack him, and they get him in the end with again the box. No, she actually shoots.
Yeah,
him.
she shoots him in the head.
And that was a
Man,
good-
the head effects with the blood, the blood spurt effects
was
like,
good.
when they take the knife out the girl's head and
The blood
you see
was
the blood.
good.
Patrick Stewart when he gets shot in the head at the end.
Patrick Stewart had last boss energy through and
Oh,
through.
yeah.
It took so many shots to
took
put
a
him
few
down.
shots and then finally it was the headshot that got him because he was about
And he was
turning
about
around,
to.
and he shot. He
Yeah,
still
he
shot him.
missed.
Man, and the slug was huge on that.
Oh yeah.
Or like the shot that you see that he shoots the
Oh,
metal
what do they
thing
call
with.
them? The canisters.
Yeah, they're not.
Idiot! These aren't bullets. These are canisters. The bullet's the part that goes into your brain.
Yeah, not cannon. What do they call? Do you know?
Did they say canister or is that not the
Cartridges.
cartridges?
Can you tell we don't play with guns often?
Gun people-
Gunslinger.
gun people are always so annoyingly pedantic about gun terminology. I hate it.
I love that.
That's true though.
They're not
The facetious. They're not bullets.
That reminds me of Shaun of the Dead, where she's like, "Give me the bullets," and he's like, "Call them rounds" or something like that in that movie.
Yeah.
It's not a clip. It's a magazine.
Yeah.
But this whole movie was great. I'm so glad you said to go into it blind.
Yeah, it was just I remember the way that I watched it, and I was like, "Oh,
This is the
people
way
should
you
watch
have
it
to
that way."
experience
Yeah.
it. Oh, and then the one Nazi who becomes like the traitor, who I thought that was the cousin, who's like he was searching for something under the bar, and right before he's like,
Oh,
we have to
God,
get,
yeah.
he gets like shotgunned in the head. That was a good effect too. That shotgun wound.
Yeah, because they were searching for that shotgun, and as they're searching for it, it's it's right here.
Yeah.
And the bartender's like, "No, I got it."
Yeah.
And then they end up
The
killing
machete,
him with
that
machete.
one. They
yeah.
well, first they fire extinguish him.
Yeah, they fire extinguish him.
Again,
and
the
then
real
machete him.
hero is the fire
It's the
extinguisher.
smoke bomb. They got the smoke bomb.
Yep. That fire extinguisher had a lot of stuff in it.
Oh, and that poor dog at the end. So like they do the feedback loop with another dog, and he runs off. And so you think there's Chekhov's dog.
I don't think they killed any dogs though. Like the dogs all made it, right?
That dog got shot going to attack on the when they went
But it
outside.
didn't die.
When they went outside, yeah, but that was why they gave it the shot.
The shot,
so,
yeah.
So it'd live long enough to keep fighting.
Right.
And he
kill
goes and
them.
probably dies next to his owner.
Yeah.
But like,
I know some people that listen to this are like, is there animal stuff? Do I need to be aware?
yeah, there is.
Then they shoot a dog. They hit it with microphone stands. I mean, the dog's attacking them, so they're fighting back.
They're like a trained attack dog.
Yeah.
Nazi attack dogs. Not that the
Where they're
dogs
using, like,
necessarily
German
have
commands.
yeah,
ideology.
it's sad. But the last scene was very sad. The dog goes to its owner and just lays its head.
Well, it's like you think the dog is gonna attack somebody as it's walking
Oh,
back.
they pull their guns out and like follow it, and they're like, don't mess with me. And then the dog just goes and calmly lays down next to his owner and just.
My favorite part of the movie is the last line, which is the whole movie they're talking about. What's your desert island band? Which I want to know y'all's.
I don't have
What's
one.
your desert island band? And so they're like naming off different things, and then finally when they're about to die, they like reveal their actual answers, which is like they shout out Prince.
Like during the movie, yeah, they all named theirs.
And then the last
two.
line is I think I know it. And she's like, "What?" He goes, "My desert island band." She goes, "Tell somebody who cares." And then that's the last
Credits.
line of the movie. I'm like, that's great. I love it.
I think it was also
awesome.
the first line. There was
It
something
is.
in the trivia.
Oh, okay.
About it.
That's-
Yeah, they say that it's a kind of an arch. It's the first line is also the
I
very
love
last
that.
line.
Give me a good bookend on a movie.
Yeah.
Give me a really good bookend on it to where it's, you have something at the beginning, something at the end, ties it together, even if it's just simple.
Yeah.
Like, give me something good. Yeah. So what's Aaron, I know your desert island band.
It's Dave Matthews Band.
What?
Surprise, I know.
I know.
It's the cast of the touring company of Moulin Rouge. It was
Oh,
such a
jeez.
good performance. I only
Because you
want
had-
Are they was it an equity tour?
Yeah.
It is. Are you sure?
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean, it's still on Broadway, so I imagine it would be an equity tour that comes through.
I mean, I would just say it's a non-equity tour if it's still on Broadway.
I don't know the difference.
Oh my
Whatever
gosh.
it was, that's what I want to listen to because it was such a great performance.
Yeah, it was really good. The voices were amazing.
So either the cast of Moulin Rouge that I saw or the Dave Matthews Band. You can pick.
What's yours?
I don't have one.
You don't like music. I forgot.
I like music. I just don't have like a desert island like.
Say Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Okay, Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters.
Love it.
Perfect.
Mine's probably Green Day.
Okay. That's
I don't know if they have a big enough discography to be able to like.
They're probably up to what, like 7
Desert
or 8
Island
albums at
do.
this point.
Yeah, I think they have 8 or 9 albums, if not
That's a
more
lot.
than that.
That's a lot.
I mean, yeah.
Let's play.
I was gonna say Black Keys because they have such good variety, but
hard B.
hard B. But I think it would be Green Day for sure.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Speaking of good answers, what would you rate this movie?
On a scale of machete to fire extinguishers, I'm gonna give it 10 cartridges.
I was going to use cartridges. It's fine. On a scale of Nazis F-offs
Okay.
to duct tape wounds, I'm going to give this movie... I'm going to give it 10.
10?
10.
10.
Box cutters.
Let's go with box cutters.
10 box cutters. Good answer.
Wait.
Good answer.
10 box cutters to the abdomen.
Oh,
Let's be
yeah.
specific.
Ugh.
Because it was gross. You know what else is gross?
Trivia.
Which actress plays a psychotherapist who enters the mind of a comatose serial killer in the 2000 film The Cell?
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
That movie was really scary and gross.
That movie
forgot
was
about that
way ahead of
movie.
its time because it did not do well. I think that's on our list of movies to watch.
I've seen it, but I saw it when it came out. So I don't remember it.
Okay.
I don't remember it.
The
very well.
only scene I remember being like super gross is the horse.
I
scene.
saw it with Candace and she made me leave, so I went back with another friend and
watched it.
finished it.
That's the only scene I remember being like super gross is the horse thing, and that wasn't that bad.
That was gross.
doing
There
a
was
different
gross
second
more that was
question.
gross
Okay.
too. Yeah.
I'm doing a different second question.
Okay.
Because
Was it very easy?
what is the name of the sequel to Ridley Scott's Alien?
Alien 3? No, Alien.
Predator.
No, it's Prometheus, right? It's Aliens.
I was like, wait.
And Ridley Scott didn't even direct that one. That was James Cameron, and it's the superior film.
Next question.
Yes.
This 18... No. Dyslexia just kicked in. I don't have dyslexia. This 1982, I might, film features an escaped, mental patient with a drill who decides to crash a high school student's slumber party.
Slumber Party Massacre?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I imagine it's called Slumber Party, so it's probably that movie that I've never seen.
The Thing arrives at Outpost 31 in Antarctica disguised as what animal?
A German Shepherd.
Husky. But
Oh, it's a husky. Husky.
I was gonna say
Sorry.
a dag.
Yeah, it would be Antarctica. So it's
It was
a
a
husky.
dag.
So it's a dog. Yeah.
the Diag.
Oh, one of the best like scary movie scenes ever is that dog in the pen with the other dogs,
When it
and it just starts
transforms.
transforming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
the
first time
effects
I-
are so good.
That's the one you and I watched it. That was the first time I had seen it.
Yeah.
That was one of the first ones that kind of kicked off the idea of wanting to do the
It
podcast.
was Mausoleum and Reanimator and The Thing.
Ooh.
The Thing was more like specific.
Oh, wait, no, that's a different movie. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
One of the other movies we're watching later today, I have a fun fact about the director.
Oh,
Something that I didn't know that I was
The
like,
one from the 90s?
I'll have to look later.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
I don't know if it's Brendan Cronenberg. He's only directed one or two other things besides what we're about.
I don't
what
think
we're
it's
gonna
him.
watch.
Yeah.
His dad, on the other hand, made some real messed up things, which I think
I have a fact
we're-
about him and his dad, and like, yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited.
Cool.
Excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited, but I'm really nervous about this next movie. But we'll talk about that. You guys can hear all about that next week.
On the next episode
Of Keegan and Carlos, a scary movie podcast.
Hey, thanks for listening to us, everybody.
Be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever platform you're listening to us on.
And follow us on Instagram and Facebook so you can make sure you keep up with all of our fun shenanigans.
And if you have any suggestions for scary movies, let us know.
Thanks for listening to Keegan and Carlos's Scary Movie Podcast.